Hello guys, this is me, Daniel96, back here for another video, and today we'll be making our round 13 tips for the 2025 AFL season. So just to get things started, we will look at round 12 as usual, and it was, I would say, a pretty good round considering, some of these tips were, very interesting to say the least. We ended up getting 5 out of 7 correct. Which I'll take for 7 games in the round. That's pretty good. I mean, starting with this first game, Brisbane just got it done. Collingwood got it done easily. Gold Coast or close? Well, close. They didn't get it done. Giants got really lucky. The Swans are in trouble. And then down here, Melbourne could have done better, and then Geelong, as expected, got that win, but. Yeah, some very interesting tips of the week. And you can see the predicted versus actual margins. I don't think there were many standouts. Probably, some of them were just way off. But, we move on, and let's move on to round 13. So here we are, round 13, still going through the buys. This week, I think it's Fremantle, St Kilda who have the bye. So we have 8 games this round, which is pretty good. More than expected, I thought. But yeah, let's start with this first game, and this game's gonna be huge straight off the bat. This is gonna be looking good, and really, I don't know what to expect from this one. It's between the Bulldogs and Hawthorn, playing at Marvel Stadium on the Thursday nights, and this is one to watch. The Western Bulldogs, they have been looking really good. I think they had a bye last week, if I'm correct. Yeah, they did. So they didn't play last week. But coming off the bat, this is going to be one for them to win for sure. They're looking good and in form. Hawthorn just look out of place at the moment. They've lost the last 3, and really, if they lose this one, it won't be too good. I was thinking they could be a top 4 side, but they're not looking like at the moment, and that is some pretty big concern. So really, it's on the Bulldogs for this one. It's really theirs to lose, and you can see the high percentage going for them. And that's where I'm starting my tips for this week. I have to go to the Bulldogs. I think this will be an interesting game, and I think this will be a close game, but this one will definitely be hyped. So I'm predicting the Bulldogs to win by 16 points. And I'm rating this game a 92. Now we'll look at the next game, and I think this is going to be... I'm calling this game of the round. This game has a lot of high stakes, really. And it's, you could say, a finals preview at this very moment. But let's have a look. It's between Adelaide and Brisbane, playing at the Adelaide Oval on the Friday night. And this is going to be, I think, a really good game. Adelaide have probably had their best win last week. Absolutely demolished Sydney by 90 points. I did not see that coming, and really some big concerns for the Swans, which we'll get to. But Adelaide looked pretty good, and they sit 3rd on the ladder, and up against 2nd placed Brisbane. They've been looking good. Brisbane, they had a bit of concern last game, as I thought they would win by a bigger margin, but they got it done. And they're sitting 2nd, 2 points behind 1st. And when they do travel pretty well. So I think this will be a big watch on them. I could see both teams winning this one. I could see Brisbane winning this one. The last time they faced each other at the Adelaide Oval, it was a draw. So that doesn't help. I had to look last time when they won. It's been a while. I mean, they haven't played each other as much here. As for tipping this game, I think this is going to be a hard one. Just because I can see both of these teams getting this win. But I'm going to stick with the safe option as always. And I'm going to tip Adelaide. They're looking favourites, and for a reason. They play really well at home. And I expect a high scoring game for this one. So I'm predicting the margin to be 14 points. And I'm rating this game a 95. Now let's look down at the next tips, and we got 3 Saturday games. So not the usual 4, but 3 is pretty good, I guess. There's one game for each, so you can watch all three at once. But starting with this first game, it'll probably be the hardest to tip this week, I reckon. This is going to be the hardest game to tip. I think the first one. Both teams are not in the greatest position, but which one's better? I don't know. Let's have a look. It's between Richmond and Sydney, playing at the MCG on the Saturday afternoon, and this is really, this will be a test. Richmond haven't had a great couple weeks. The last win was against West Coast, but since then they've lost to the Giants, which they could have won. They were looking good. They really could have won that. Essendon, they didn't play well, and then North, they lost by 4 points. But when they play at the G, it's probably their best ground of choice. They do play their best footy there, I reckon. But up against the Swans haven't been any better. They got smashed by the Crows, lost to Melbourne here at the G, and then they lose to, Essendon. I don't know what to make of them. They are very, this is a game that they should, in theory, win. And they lost to them last year when they were first, and Richmond were last. So what am I supposed to get out of this game? I really want to tip Richmond. But I feel like for a game like this, I have to tip Sydney. Sydney is probably my safest option. And after that smashing loss, they probably have to come back somehow. So, really, this is going to be hard to tip. This is really a 50-50 one. I really want to tip Richmond, but I'm going to tip the Swans. I think the Swans they really should rebound after that. They haven't looked good, but this is a must win for them, surely. They just have to get this one, and I think they will. I'm predicting the margin to be 12 points, and I'm rating this game a 78. Now looking down at the next game, and this is our Twilight game, and this is going to be a pretty big game. I'm actually pretty excited for this one, as really, we've seen anything, but this is really 4th versus 5th. This is the top 4 battle. It's between Geelong and the Gold Coast, playing in Geelong, and I think this will be good. I think this will be very an enticing contest. Geelong have looked really good. They are probably the team to beat this year. I reckon Geelong, Collingwood, Brisbane, Adelaide so far deserve a top 4 spot. Gold Coast are just on the brink of that, and really, if Gold Coast win this one, that would be the biggest statement they've made. And I don't know, I just find it hard to see them beating Geelong in Geelong, but we've seen anything happen, and I really don't know what could happen. But there's a reason Geelong play really well. They play really well, especially at home. And after the win against West Coast, the Bulldogs, and Port, I think they'll get their 4th win in a row and beat the Suns. I think the Suns, if the Suns win, that will be huge, absolutely huge for them. But for this week, I have to go Geelong, and I hope Gold Coast do at least put on the fight and make this game close, but it's all looking in the way of Geelong. So I'm predicting them to win by 19 points, and I'm rating this game a 92. Now looking at the last game of the Saturday, and this is going to be, I reckon, a one-sided affair. What do I say? It's between the Giants up against Port Adelaide, playing at Monica Oval in Canberra, and really, I can only expect this to go one way. The Giants look really good at the moment. They had a scare last week. I thought they were going to somehow lose it, but they came back, and really, they just survived. You just call that a win. Let's just call it a win. They were outclassed in the first 3 quarters, but in the last quarter they got there and got that win they really needed. And as for Port, they had their bye last week, but things don't look any good. They are 15th. with a percentage of 79. It's, yeah, one to forget. 1 year to forget. And yeah, I just see this going one way really. And I'm going to put it simply, this tip. It's, yeah. You surely think the Giants get this one. And I think this will be pretty one-sided. Don't know if Port can recover. I don't know. I hope they do, but I don't think they will. So yeah, I think the Giants will win by 46 points. And I'm rating this game a 73. So now we head down to the Sunday games, and there's a few interesting games to look at, and of course the Monday game. But let's have a look at the first one. This is going to be a unique game. It's between North Melbourne and West Coast, playing at Hands Oval, which is a venue up in Perth or nearby Perth, and yeah, it's a North home game for this one. Yeah, North Melbourne, they're not looking great this season, as we know. But same with West Coast, they haven't been good. And really, in this game, I think this should really go one way. And I just think North just have to win this game. They've been looking somewhat promising in some of the weeks, but they always lose the close ones. And except for that one against Richmond, but otherwise, I think West Coast do have a big chance in this game just because it's in Western Australia. So yeah, this will be a tough game. This will be a tough game to tip. I can see this going one way or another. But if we're playing the safe hand here, I just think North have to win this game. I mean, if they don't, then where are they getting at? And yeah, I'm going to keep it simple, short. North have to win. North have to win, and I think they will by 5 points in a close one. And I'm rating this game a 65. Now we look at the next game, and this game I'm actually pretty excited for this game. This is going to be, yeah, very interesting, I think. And really, I don't know what to expect from this one. And yeah, it's between Carlton and Essendon, playing at the MCG on the Sunday nights. And this one will be definitely one to watch. Carlton have not had a great season this year. Let's admit that they haven't, and they've missed a lot of opportunities. And really, this is an opportunity for them. They're up against Essendon, who sit 10th, but just have a list of injuries that will concern them. They did play pretty well last week against the Lions, which is definitely a positive sign. But for this game at the G, Carlton fans will be there. It's a big game for them. Well, yeah, really, it's a big game for both these teams, but especially Carlton. If they lose this game, Carlton, then I probably have to say they'll be out of finals, without doubt. I mean, they're looking really close right now, but I think that will stamp it if they do lose this one. So big stakes for this game. As for tipping, this will be a hard one. I could definitely see Essendon pulling off an upset, but I'm going to go with the favourites here, and I have to go Carlton to get this win. They just have to, really. They have to get this win. If they don't, that'll be concerning. And I don't think it will be a convincing win. So yeah, I think the margin will be 15 points, and I'm rating this game an 83. Now looking at the final game of the round, and yeah, it's the annual King's Birthday match, and this is always a good game to watch. It's always one of the best games of the year, to say the least. But let's have a look. It's between Melbourne and Collingwood, playing at the G for the Big Freeze game, and I hope this is going to be a good game, because yeah, I think we deserve it. Melbourne have been promising in the last few weeks. Let me just say that they've been promising, but last week got them away. They were incredibly inaccurate. They kicked, yeah, a lot of behinds. I can't remember the number. They kicked a lot of behinds and really missed a chance on that win, I guess. But up against Collingwood right now, the best in the comp, it's gonna be one-sided, I reckon. It's gonna be one-sided. And yeah, I hope it will be a close game in this very important game. But Collingwood at the moment look really good. They just seem unstoppable. I don't know. They absolutely smashed the Hawks last week. yeah, they're rolling on, and they'll keep rolling on. They're back at the G. It's the sacred ground. You'd think Collingwood surely win this one. I just can't see them losing. I hope it's a close game, but Collingwood, I think, will get this done pretty simply. So, yeah, that's my tips done and dusted for this round. But for this last game, I'm tipping Collingwood to win by 37 points, and I'm rating this game a 90. And just like that, that is my round 13 tips done and dusted. It's going to be a tough week, I reckon, of tipping. There's going to be some uncertain games, and really, I think the one tip I would probably change would be the Richmond-Sydney game, but we'll keep it how it is. I've been proven wrong before, so we'll see how this week goes. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.